Hi everyone and welcome back to the Love You Show. My name is Ashley and this is my co-host Andrew, where we teach you the fundamentals about self-acceptance, self-love, and self-care. And today's topic is...
Well, before we get into the topic, I did want to talk a little bit about every week we say, welcome to the channel, where we're going to talk about self-acceptance, self-love, and self-care. But we've really never talked about what that meant.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to begin today's session with talking about that. I was thinking the other day about us, each one of us, as a human being, and to be able to accept yourself the way you are means that there's nothing wrong with you and that you're comfortable with who you are. When you can get to the point where you're comfortable with who you are, then we go into self-love. Then we can love ourselves. But if we think there's something wrong with us and we can't accept ourselves the way we are, then it's going to be hard to love yourself. And then once you do love yourself, then you can do stuff to care about yourself. So I got to thinking, Ashley, about our assets, like our great assets in life that people aspire to. So people aspire to a nice home or a new car, a great job.
Goals that we wanted to achieve.
And I think that one of the challenges is that we ignore the greatest asset in our lives. And that's ourselves.
Okay.
So if we begin to think of ourselves as an asset, the greatest asset we have, the asset that's better than a car, better than a great job, then we can begin to think about how to nurture that asset. Because if you have a car, you got to put oil in the car. You got to put gas in the car. If you want to treat that car well, you got to take care of the car. So when we think about Ashley every week saying self-acceptance, self-love, and self-care, I want you to know that that takes on a different meaning if you really think it through. So that's the topic.
Oh, so now I can talk. No, I'm just kidding. So that's the topic for today. But I love how you just explain like the self-acceptance, the self-love, and the self-care. And if you just look at those things, those are the things that you want to hit in order to be able to get to self-care and to self-love. But the first thing is accepting yourself the way you are, no matter what. If there's things that you want to change for yourself and not to get approval from other people or anything.
Yeah, I agree. Last week when we talked about New Year's resolutions and people's willpower. And we talked about these little mini habits that people can take on.
Yeah.
And when we go through this evolution, and remember, you got to be okay with who you are before you can start taking on these mini habits.
Yeah.
These mini changes, this way of disciplining your life. So we talked last week about you and the app. And how difference that made for you in your sleep. So I wanted to talk about some other little, and by the way, pick 3 categories that you want to work on. You don't have to do it all at one time.
Yeah,
this is a journey.
The smaller they are, the easier they are to achieve, and that process just shows you something, and it brings happiness when you're able to allow that habit to continue to be a regular thing.
Right.
I mean, it brings me joy when I start to see myself picking up these small habits, and then it allows me to create other habits that can be achieved.
Yeah, so last week we talked about physical health as a category. We talked about spirituality as a category. We talked about relationships as a category, hobbies as a category, friendships as a category, being a parent as a category where we can have resolutions and do daily tasks. And we also talked about finances as a habit. And I think the most important habit is mental health. So talk a little bit about a couple habits, Ashley, that you've taken on this year that you didn't do last year.
Realizing how important it is to drink water in the morning. So that's one of the first things I do before I put anything else into my body. Sleeping early, working out 5 times a day.
A week.
Or 5 times a week, excuse me.
That would kill
Not a
you.
day, right? In a week.
What have you done as a parent?
As a parent, I have been working on trying to take Denim out on walks or introducing her to more dogs, because I've noticed how shy she gets when she's around other animals. And so this weekend I took her out to the park and I just really wanted her to be able to socialize with other dogs and not be so shy.
Yeah, but the other thing about you taking on walking Denim is that it's also beneficial to your health.
It is, because last week after work, I took Denim out for a walk and I realized that walk allowed me to think and get fresh air and really allow my mind to be there, but also go for a walk. I mean, I love when you ask me, do you want to walk with me to your car? Because your car is actually a few blocks away from the studio. And so that allows me to go out, walk Denim, take you to your car, and then make a circle back to the house. And yeah, it makes me feel bad when I lock up Denim in this house for so long with me. It's like we both need to go out and get some fresh air.
In case you're wondering, I have an electric car. The charging station is a couple blocks from here. So
yeah.
It's a walk to get there and back every day, but it's a great habit. So we think about these little habits that we can take on in support of our New Year's resolutions. And I want to really recommend that they be small, that they be doable, and don't try to take on too much at once.
Yeah.
So Ashley and I have been talking about eliminating the hate out of our lives. And no matter what Ashley does, no matter when she does it, no matter how she does it, there's a lot of hate out there.
Or just opinions.
Yeah, opinions is what I mean by hate.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think what Andrew's trying to say is that for the past few months, we have been trying to figure out what is the best platform to be able to introduce you to more about my health journey, the choices that I'm making in my life, and what I'm doing. And so we really want to ask you, what platform would you like us to see this material? We just want to be able to have a place where it's a safe place for not only for us to speak up freely about what we want to, but also for you as the viewers to be able to interact with us and also talk to us about anything that may be on your mind or that you're trying to achieve, but you need our guidance.
And I look at some of our posts and then what people say, and then people start to get in these fights with each other.
And that's not what we want to create.
That's not what we want. There's all this anger and hatred. And one of the things we don't do is come to our defense because you guys do it for us. But it still is not a great way to start your day or to end your day, is to see the hate that's out there. The hate that's out there, Ashley is used to and I'm used to as a gay person. But we don't have to have that in our life.
No, because we can create the positive, we can create that space. That's what's so beautiful about being able to create, is being able to move all of this somewhere else.
Yeah, so, we keep talking about OnlyFans as a platform where we can go on and be free and talk to people and they can join us. If you folks know of another platform out there, because I think that platform has a little bit of sexuality or attached to it. Again, we're just searching for a way to have people that want to be with us.
Exactly.
Yeah. And by doing that, that's a mini step for us to get the hate out of our life.
Yeah, because we don't want to bring any more focus to that, and neither do we want to bring your focus to that as well. There's a point that we're trying to get across, and I think that's where we just want to keep focused.
Yeah. So that's it for today. We just wanted to share with you where we're at. Hopefully you guys are doing great.
And if you can, share with us below some of the things that you are doing to create different habits in your life so that we can share them and maybe they could be useful for us or other people who are watching our show today.
Or if you would like something to be on that platform we're talking about, like we have this picture that we would do some of these lessons. Ashley would talk about her journey through weight loss surgery.
Yeah. I think more of anything, it was just for that area of people who wanted more information about this health journey and weight loss and everything.
And we get a lot of questions about our self-love episodes, and it would be really great to go more in detail with people.
Yeah.
And even do one-on-ones with people would be great. I know there's a lot of people that would like to talk to you about weight loss surgery.
Yes.
And really explore that. We post anything in a public forum about weight loss surgery and it's just a bunch of hate.
Yeah, it gets, I think our words get taken out of content and is switched around. And yeah, I think our next steps is just being able to find that platform that could be catered to you and help you guys out in creating this safe space for us to have this conversation and a lot more.
Yes, I agree. Okay, until next week.
Until next time, you guys, thank you so much for joining our Love You show. Can't wait to see you guys next week.
And take care of that machine.
Have a good one, you guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.